Croeso i'r gerddi Sapphire. Welcome to Sapphire Gardens for the final day of the LV Insurance County Championship match between Glamorgan and Worcestershire. The good news from the middle is that play will be resuming on time this morning at 10:30. Glamorgan Cricket would like to thank all of their sponsors and partners for their continued support this season, besides extending a very warm welcome to everyone here at the ground today. The past couple of years have been very difficult for everyone, so we are so very grateful for your continued support. Diolch yn fawr iawn. A warm welcome as well, once again, to the players and officials from Worcestershire, as well as our two match umpires, Paul Baldwin and Billy Taylor, plus match referee Steve Davis. If you're seeking a scorecard, a copy of Michael Hogan's testimonial brochure, or a copy of the 2022 Glamorgan yearbook, all of these items can be purchased via electronic means from reception, which is situated on the ground floor of the Thatcher's Pavilion. You can also obtain them and much, much more from the Glamorgan Club shop, which is run by Missouri Sports and situated opposite Gate 2. The shop will be open until around 5 o'clock this evening, and as always, it's selling a wide range of cricket equipment and other items, including replica Glamorgan kit. Now, as far as refreshments are concerned, food and drink can be purchased again using electronic means from the kiosk, as well as the mobile unit situated in the concourse area beneath the pavilion stand. And a reminder that members of Glamorgan and Worcestershire can also obtain tea and coffee in the Lewis Lounge this afternoon between 3 and 4. Drinks and snacks can also be purchased from the vending machines situated at the rear of the indoor school. The CC4 Museum of Welsh Cricket is also open today. It's situated on the first floor of the National Cricket Centre and contains a number of displays celebrating the long and very proud heritage of cricket in Wales. There is a special exhibition at the moment in the museum commemorating the life and career of Peter Walker, the former Glamorgan and England cricketer, who was also
Gill started with 92, but pairs pile on the pressure. A marathon innings worth 172 not out from Gareth Roderick put the pairs on top in Cardiff. Glamorgan left brewing missed opportunities as their visitors declared on 454 for 9. Hosts had lost David Lloyd early and Eddie Byram for 67, but they had plenty of international Shubman Gill in the middle at the start of day 3. He had Tim van der Houten at the other end, and the night watchman was stubborn on his return to the middle. Joe Leach would bring an end to his resistance, now caught behind for 18. That brought the World Championship's top run scorer Sam Northeast to the middle. His last innings in the competition was magic 410 versus Leicestershire. This time he managed just 10, bowled by Pennington. The alarms were starting to sound for Glamorgan, and it got worse. Carlson caught by Pollock at first slip, 2 in 2 balls for Pennington. Gill was having to do most of the heavy lifting, first to take Glamorgan to 150 runs, and then his hard work was rewarded. Pennington pushed down the ground for 4, Gill up to 50 runs from 87 balls, but his side was still 297 away from parity. Rain forced them off with the score up to 172 for 5, lunch taken with Glamorgan still 282 in arrears. The entirety of the second session was lost to the weather, the match resuming for the start of the evening session, and Worcestershire soon found another wicket. Billy Root, LBW for 15 to Gibbon. Gill continued to impress, his side were in trouble, not that you could tell from his batting. With Cook at the other end, he kept ticking the score along, and he started to think about a ton. He would fall 8 runs short, pinned in front by Ed Barnard to leave Glamorgan 7 down, and still 224 away from parity. Bad light descended on Sapphire Gardens, and they lost another hour of play, but would resume with 8 overs left in the day, and Worcestershire would find another wicket. Harris out-bowled by Pennington to bring an end to the day. Worcestershire in control. While they'd caused Glamorgan all kinds of problems, the weather has not been kind to the pairs. Crucial time taken out of the game, and it looks like they'll need to find 12 final day wickets if they're to seal the win that would keep their promotion dreams alive. Glamorgan have designs on a return to Division 1 of their own, so will do all they can to avoid defeat. Fascinating final day in Cardiff lies ahead.
Well, Shubman, congratulations on your innings and your debut for Glamorgan. How did you feel it went for you out there?
I actually quite liked it. I think it was a great experience for me to come here and play county cricket, and to be able to spend some time in the middle, it always feels good, so it was a good outing for me today.
Absolutely, and although you've already been in the UK with India this summer, it must be a testing difference to the conditions back home.
Yeah, definitely, the conditions are different, and especially with the rain, it stops and you start again, and that's also part of the experience that you get when you play in the UK. So definitely it's definitely a bit different as compared to India, and that's what I'm here for.
How do you find batting conditions out there today?
It was a good wicket to bat on, but like I said, it was raining, it was stopping, it was raining, it was stopping. So that's a bit challenging as a batter once you're in the zone, and then you probably face 10 balls, and then you come back to the pressing point, and then you have to get in the zone. So like I said, that's all part of the experience when you come and play in England, and that's exactly why I'm here and what I want to experience in English.
Indeed, and Worcestershire bowled pretty tightly through the day, didn't they?
It's Borodar. Good morning to our two-match umpires, Billy Taylor and Paul. Good morning, Borodar, as well to the Worcestershire team led into the field by Captain Brett D'Oliveira. And good morning, Borodar, as well to the not-out batters from Glamorgan, Chris Cook and Ajaz Patel. And to complete the over from last night at the Cathedral Road end, it will be Dylan Hamilton.
Good morning, Borodar, from the BBC Sport commentary box as well here at Sapphire Gardens for the final day of Glamorgan against Worcestershire. I'm Nick Webb, alongside me is Dave Bradley. Edward Bevan is the third member of our commentary team, and Glamorgan resume on 241 for 8 overnight. That is still a whopping 213 runs behind and 64 short of avoiding the possibility of a follow-on, which, Mr. Bradley, Worcestershire will be very keen to enforce and get on with trying to claim 12 wickets.
They will, Nick Borodar. Good morning, all. I think trying to get 12 wickets in a day on a pitch that's not doing that much would take a bit of doing, and we're also told we're going to get some precipitation as well. So that seems unlikely. What they would be very keen to do is take these last 2 wickets, or take them at least one more wicket, which would give them another bonus point. Which would give them, 14 from the game.
Yeah, it's a decent performance from Worcestershire this week, as Pennington will resume to the left-handed Ajaz Patel, out in the middle with the bat in hand for the first time for Glamorgan, and Pennington starts with a no ball, which takes Glamorgan 2 closer to the 250 they need for the next bonus point.
Yeah, I had a chat with Alan Richardson, close of play last night, Worcestershire's bowling coach, and he said, well, taking 12 wickets might be tough, but you have to think that you can do it. And certainly the way the wickets, a little tumble of wickets yesterday afternoon, or late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, Worcestershire bowled really well in this match, as Pennington is in to bowl to Patel, who leaves that one going through outside off stump. Ajaz Patel is not necessarily known for his batting ability, an average of 13 in first-class cricket. And Michael Hogan to come in at 11. As Patel goes down for a little prod at the Sapphire Gardens surface. Hardly anyone in the ground due to the weather forecast. Pennington in bowls to Patel, who again allows that one to go through a slightly short of a length ball from Pennington outside off stump.
I think even the Worcestershire posse haven't turned up today. I thought they were here for all 4 days, but can't see any of them. So it's if you want to come along, there's a bit of room.
It could be one of those days when they're announcing the crowd changes to the
team. Dennis can't come today.
He's been replaced by Brian in row 39.
Yeah, he's going to have his ingrowing toenails sorted.
243 for 8. Pennington is in to bowl to Patel, who drives into the offside but doesn't beat Cornell at cover.
Well, he's only faced 3 balls, but he looks competent enough. He got forward to that one, got a bat on it. As we say, in this day and age, most tail-enders can bat. There's 1 or 2 that still don't have much of a clue.
Well, Michael Hogan bats in his own way.
Yes, in his own style. Yeah.
Which doesn't include taking guard usually.
No.
Pennington is in round the wicket to bowl to Patel, who shoulders arms to a ball that comes back and is taken by Cox, moving down the leg side, but came back too late to threaten the timbers. And so 2 runs in that over, which started last night. He bowled Harris with the second ball of it.
Oh, this is interesting. Jake Libby's going to bowl. Worcestershire's over rate is -1, so they'll be aware that they want to. How many overs?
There's a new ball coming very shortly,
yeah.
But
so if Libby bowls a couple of overs, that might improve their over rate somewhat. Interesting that it's not D'Oliveira.
And really, you'd think they'd press ahead with trying to put the best bowlers on to get the 9th wicket, which is another way of getting the point, and then worry about the over 8.
Anyway, Libby from the River End, right arm over, bowls, turned away by Cook on the onside, and there is no run. This is the 77th over, so there will be a new ball due very shortly, as Libby bowls again. Played back down the pitch, bowler fields.
Now there are a few singles on offer, so it'll be interesting to see if Cook takes them, whether he trusts Patel.
Yeah, certainly either side of the wicket. There's a run to be had. Next ball, played back down. Libby's done a lot of bowling for Worcestershire this season. A very occasional bowler in the past, but he's been forced into action because Worcestershire don't have Josh Baker. He's injured. Next ball driven to mid-wicket, where Brett D'Oliveira makes an acrobatic stop. They'll be getting through the over very quickly. And forward comes Cook, puts away on the offside. They do take a single off the, what's that, the 4th ball of the over, 5th ball of the over. So 1 ball left for Patel to face. Yeah, I think Worcestershire gambling that they're going to get some play in before lunch and can get their over 8 and can take the 9th and maybe 10th wicket. Libby going to come around the wicket to the left-handed Patel, who plays nicely off the back foot, picks up a single out through extra cover, and he's going to keep the strike. So Worcestershire's plans of trying to give a single to the more experienced batsman not really working out here. So the batsmen just taking singles as and when they want them. End of the over, 245 for 6, another 60 needed to avoid the follow on, and a long way behind on 209 runs really. So here we are, as Brett D'Oliveira bowling. So this is clearly Worcestershire want to get their new ball quickly, want to get their over rate up, but I would have thought somebody's going to have to bowl for about half an hour. But there we are. Who knows? Over rates. Don't ever ask a scorer to explain to you what over rates are unless you've got a day to spare.
D'Oliveira bowls, and Patel watches it carefully onto the bat, plays it out on the leg side, and there's no run. Begs the question of whether they are going to take the new ball on time. You would have thought so, as Patel plays one on the onside for a single.
They might be checking with the umpires and the scorers. Are we level? Are we level? Yeah, okay.
Yes, get the new ball in.
Joe, it's the ball. Get on with it.
D'Oliveira is looking to get on with it. Cook is looking round the field and making sure that he knows where everyone is before he faces. 246 for 8. D'Oliveira bowls, and Cook stretches forward to defend, obligingly patting it back to the bowler, which is the best way of getting the over rate up. As far as Worcestershire are concerned, D'Oliveira bowling his 3rd over of the match, and Cook is propping forward to defend, taking no liberties. 246 for 8. 4 away from a second batting bonus point, and Cook flat bats one into the offside, and they're 3 away from a bonus point.
Yeah. Cricket is, if somebody who doesn't understand cricket, it's a difficult enough game to explain, but then when you get a situation like this, they think, why haven't they got their best bowlers off, why aren't they taking wickets? It's even harder.
D'Oliveira bowls, and Patel stretches forward to defend. It's the end of the over. Worcestershire jog round in a hurry. They've obviously got their eye on the clouds as well, and cognizant of the possibility that we might not get too much cricket if it empties down within, well, it's not forecast to rain quite yet, but maybe by midday, so they might have an hour or so to do something about the over 8, which should be pretty doable.
Libby to continue from the River End, and this ball sees Cook come forward, plays the ball back down the pitch to the bowler. This is the 79th over of the Glamorgan innings. Libby bowls a quicker delivery, short, turned away by Cook into the leg side. It won't go for a second as Leach has the ball in his hand. He comes up from fine leg.
Yeah, Glamorgan will be keen to get the bonus point before the new ball is taken as well, so 2 needed in the next 1.4 overs.
Libby around the wicket to the left-handed Patel, who goes back, steers the ball away on the offside. There's one more. It's we were saying before the start, it's almost worth having an agreement, not bothering to play, but we'll get, okay, you get that many, we'll take another wicket, that'll do, yeah. Libby bowls flicked away off the pads. They don't do that sort of thing, by the way. I'm only joking. And I
think we need to augment the sound effects.
The 250 comes up with a single by Cook flicked off his pads. 250 for 8. Glamorgan. Libby bowls to Patel. Once again, he looks as if he knows which end of the bat to hold, this lad. Pushes it away on the offside. And takes a single. I've just been trying to work out who he looks like, and he's not quite as big as, I've got to word this very carefully, Libby bowls driven by Cook out through extra cover. That could go away for 4. I don't think it's going to be cut off. It's not. Pennington knew where it was going. He was just jogging. So 4 more to Cook, and the total goes to 255 for 8. Yeah, looks not unlike his namesake Samit Patel when he's batting. He's not quite of that size, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. I'm being very careful here. I can't imagine that Samit Patel is listening to us. But
well, I don't know. He's done a few commentaries this season, hasn't he? Been part of the BBC team now and again. Yeah. So he may be.
Here is D'Oliveira with probably the last over with this ball.
D'Oliveira to bowl to Patel on 4 not out, and remaining thus as he defends gently.
Yeah, the way Pennington's exercising, I suspect he's going to get the new ball.
D'Oliveira floats one up, Patel drives but straight to short mid-wicket, and there's no run. 255 for 8. D'Oliveira bowls, Patel drives into the offside, and will take a single out to deep extra. 256 for 8. 3 balls left before Mr. D'Oliveira can claim the new ball. We've had several ball changes during the 80. D'Oliveira bowls short of a length, forced away by Cook on the offside. Single taken. 257 for 8. And the follow-on figure is 305. Glamorgan will do well to get there. With just Cook and the 2 tail-enders to come as Patel takes another single, working one down to where the umpire should be at square leg, but umpire Taylor remains at point. Now he's at square leg for the right-handed Cook, who drives up to deepish mid-off and takes the single. Might have been a little bit careless by Worcestershire there, because they weren't looking to save the single necessarily off the last ball of the over, so it'll be the senior batsman Cook who will face the first over with the new ball, should it be taken.
Well, Ben Gibbons just marking out his run-up, so one assumes that he will
returning to bowl,
be taking the new ball. The over 8 might well be level now, but bizarrely it appears, I was informed of this, the scorers are not allowed to change it during a session. Don't ask me why.
Is he going to bowl 1 or 2 of the old ball? Don't think the new one's been transferred to.
There's been no signal. Oh, there is now, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
New ball taken, yeah.
Umpires remembered to signal it.
Yeah. So Gibbon it will be from the river end. The crowd has grown considerably. There's at least 1, 2, 3. There's at least a dozen at the far end now. As Gibbon comes in and bowls, Cook drives down the ground, 4 runs. Over-pitched and meat and drink for a batsman of Cook's ability. Slapped it straight back past the bowler. 263 for 8, 42 to avoid the follow-on. We have, of course, another 29 overs and 9 balls for bonus points. 96 overs scheduled in the day on the last day. They don't add any on from previous rain hit days. Gibbon in, bowls, and Cook stretches for this one. Better ball from Gibbon, brings the batsman forward. And the noise you can hear, by the way, is not the crowd. It's the Worcestershire fielders creating their own atmosphere, you could say. Gibbon, not over tall for a medium pacer, probably just 6'1", 6'2", but it's all in his action. Bowls, Cook whips this one away off his pads down to fine leg. Leach will field, and Glamorgan get one more. Cook goes to a very useful 36. Patel has 6. 264 for 8.
Neil on Twitter says, bat all day and walk away with a credible draw. Well, they might not have to bat all day, Glamorgan. And if they get another 41, then Worcestershire will have to bat again, because
and that'll be
it, really.
The tin hat, the proverbial tin hat. What do we say there? Why don't you put the tin hat on it? Is Gibbons' next ball. Patel edges. If there'd have been a third slip, it would have gone straight to him, but there isn't. So it goes down to the boundary rope. 4-4. Gibbon is probably cursing his luck, but he doesn't show too much emotion. But a bit of a let-off there. Third slip may not necessarily have caught it, of course. 268 for 8. 27, the partnership between these two. 10 of those to Patel. Here's Gibbon racing in again. Patel edges to Cox and is gone, and Worcestershire have that 9th wicket, and Gibbon has his 4th, and the thick edge of the previous ball was replaced by a thinner edge. Good catch by Cox, diving away to his left, but Worcestershire have that 9th wicket. They have that bonus point.
Yeah, not too much footwork from Ajaz Patel there, and as you say, a good catch as Gareth Roderick giving his teammates a bit of a G-up as they meet in a huddle to try and make themselves believe, as Alan Richardson told you last night. We have to believe we can do it. Take 12 wickets in a day. As Cox took that one in front of first slip. It might not have carried. It was an excellent grab by the keeper.
The thing about people who bat in the style of Michael Hogan is that in about 3 or 4 overs they could change the whole context of the innings, don't they? You know, he could get out first ball, but if he if he middles it, it goes a long way.
As he wanders down the pavilion steps with bat clutched in hand in a rather strange manner. He's holding it halfway up as if he's not quite sure which end goes where.
Yeah, he's not one of those who's going to be flinging it around on his way to the middle, is he? He's not going to be doing. Yeah. Oh, in fact, he does a couple of windmills.
Yes, a little twirl. Glammy Podcast on Twitter saying opening partnership could be improved if David Lloyd dropped down. Decision to persist with him is down to the coach. Well, indeed. David Lloyd has not had the best of seasons. He's put up the order by Matthew Maynard a couple of years back to try and get Glamorgan off to more aggressive starts, and has done his best, but might be more prolific in the middle order. It'll be interesting to see whether Glamorgan risk any changes with the likes of Callum Taylor and Tom Bevan doing well in the top order for the second 11.
We mentioned Taylor yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, he's got a century
on debut.
Yeah, indeed. He's got a century for the twos yesterday as they look to press home for a win in Newport. Let's check in a minute whether they're playing.
Hogan doesn't take guard. He just taps his bat on the ground and waits for Gibbon to bowl, and has a big wahoo at this one. If he'd have middled it, the sparse crowd at the river end might have been in a bit of trouble, but he didn't. Straight through to wicket-keeper Cops, 268 for 9. The Worcestershire seconds game at Kidderminster, by the way, has been abandoned They've not played. I think they only played on the first day. Not played since.
They are playing in Newport, where
they've done well there, haven't
yeah, got a good setup there. Sussex, Glamorgan have claimed the final Sussex second 11 wickets. Andy Gorvin took it to finish with 3 for 35. Sussex 268 all out. Glamorgan need 115 runs to win. Question largely of whether they have time to score those, so I suspect they'll be trying to get them rather quickly. Cook on strike. We'll see if he tries to get on with things. He's being offered singles anywhere, and there are 2 slips in place, but apart from that, he can take a single anywhere he likes, apart from back to the bowler. Pennington is in, and Cook tries to pull and is hit, possibly painfully. He's taking a minute, is Chris Cook, as he tried to launch that one into the grandstand at square leg.
Oh, bread basket.
Yeah, stomach rather than anywhere lower.
Yeah.
Not in the lower stomach.
Still hurts.
It still hurts, and yes, that one, a rapid delivery from Pennington, and it is just whacked into Chris Cook, I think probably about 3 inches above the waistband. And he is taking a moment, takes his helmet off. Maybe he's clutching actually a bit higher than that in the chest.
Yeah, one hit a rib. He's got a chest guard on, but he was obviously, as he was trying to hook the ball, he opened his body up. Oh, he's all right. He's going to carry on. By the time the physio gets down the steps and into the middle.
Yeah, I think if I were Cook, I'd be tempted to call just for a bit of pain-killing spray, just to give himself a little bit more time to recover. But he's gritting his teeth and getting on with it. It won't help his operations as he tries somehow to get another 37 runs out of this last wicket, which seems somewhat improbable. Michael Hogan tries a pull shot. Georgina Ewer is poised, the physio on the top of the dressing room steps, just in case he needs treatment. Pennington is in to bowl to Cook, who plays it away on the offside and will take the single out to Cornwall at a very deep cover, about 2/3 the way back. So Michael Hogan will have to take his chances over the space of 4 deliveries potentially.
I'm glad we're not seeing that. Hits it to the boundary and doesn't run. Nonsense. I just think, yeah, he's happy to give the strike. If they needed 2 runs to avoid the follow-on, maybe a bit different. But as they're still 36 away from it, he probably thinks, well, if Hogan stays in for 4 or 5 overs, they might be very close to it.
Michael Hogan, in his last month as a professional cricketer, faces up and gets a run down to 3rd man to get off the mark. No duck for Hogan today.
Proper cricket shot, that. But perhaps we're doing him a disservice, and he's going to bat like a batsman today. His
first ball was a wild yahoo.
Yeah, didn't indicate that he was going to do that.
Scores this season: 4, 19 not out, 2, 3, 11, 10 not out, 6, 0 not out, 8 not out.
Oh. But might have a decent average with all those not outs.
So top score 19 not out. Pennington bowls to Cook, who comes down the wicket and slogs it over extra cover for a couple of runs. That was inelegant in the extreme from Chris Cook, and it tells you how Glamorgan are going to go in the effort to avoid the follow-on, potentially get another batting bonus point, I suppose, if they got to 300. But if Cook and Hogan are both playing that way, then we might see the clatter of stumps sooner rather than later. Cook on 39, 272 for 9. Pennington bowls. Oh, Cook's been hit again by that one. Had no idea where the ball had gone. And where's that struck him? Slightly less painful, I think. Having got one in the ribs a couple of minutes ago.
Bit of thigh pad there, maybe?
Yes. Hopefully a bit of protection. as he surveys the scene. It's the last ball of the over, so Worcestershire do come in to save the single. In fact, there are now, as well as the 2 slips, there are 5 saving the single. Ooh, where's that extra man going? 1 slip.
He's been in about 4 positions.
Gully, 3 saving the single on the leg side.
Taylor Cornwall's run about 300 yards trying to find his fielding position.
Next ball from Pennington is flat batted away for 4 runs by Chris Cook through the offside. Crunching up against something on the boundary, or parried by one of the extra men there. What did that hit? Oh yeah, it hit one of the drinks containers and rebounded onto the field. Georgina Ewer waves to Chris Cook to see if he needs a spray of anything, antifreeze, and is told no thanks, so I'll get on with it now. Cook has 43, Glamorgan 276 for 9, but Michael Hogan, the last man, is facing at the start of the over.
So it's down to 29 now. I suspect the Worcestershire openers would not be too keen to bat today if they could avoid it. Here's Gibbon looking for a fifer, and Hogan has a huge, massive swing at this one, and the ball trickles to mid-wicket. you can't knock effort. He really was going to plough into that one.
So the slip being brought out.
Yeah, he's going to mid-wicket.
Yeah, so there's a short mid-wicket and deep mid-wicket, as well as deepish mid-on and mid-off, about halfway, 2/3 the way back.
Gibbon, river end. Hogan awaits, and Hogan this time does plough into it, and that's gone many a mile back over the bowler's head. Could be 6, it is 6. Signal by umpire Billy Taylor. He really caught hold of that one. It is a swing of the bat. If the ball's not there, well, it doesn't get hit, but if it's in the slot. Ben Gibbon never taken 5 wickets in an innings, as far as I know. 424 for 127 is best so far.
So it's pretty likely to be his CB.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Yeah.
It's not likely to get hit for another 40 odd.
Well, I don't know. If Hogan stays like this, they've had to go and get the ball back from somewhere. They have got the ball back. I thought they hadn't got the ball back then, because I remember the spectator was disappearing behind the stand, but perhaps he's gone for shelter. Perhaps he's a bit afraid the ball's going to come his way. 282 for 9. Given in again and bowls, and this time off the back foot, as pushed to backward point, where Barnard is the fielder. Hogan has 7, Cook 43.
I told Michael Hogan earlier in the season I was hoping to see him hit another 50 before he went. He was somewhat dubious at the prospect, suggesting that his eyes weren't quite as good as they might have been for picking up the flight of the ball.
23 to avoid the follow-on. Given in bowls, and that is... you know, that went so far that I was convinced he'd nicked that. It went way to the right of wicketkeeper Cox, who took it in front of the lone slip, so he would have been taking that in front of second slip if there'd have been a second slip. But he went a long way for that one. Sky is darkening. The scoreboard lights are looking brighter, but there is some blue sky from where the weather is coming. As the next ball is very short, bounces over Hogan's head. Perhaps Gibbon has worked out that Hogan's retiring and he's not going to remember, you know. He's not going to play against him again, so let him have one. I'm not going to get one back.
That must have been close to a no ball on height or a wide.
Must have been. Would have been
if it's over Hogan's head and he's 6'5".
Yeah, he'd have done well to reach that. Must have been the oldest man playing in the 100 this season, Michael Hogan.
Yeah. Well, there were 1 or 2 overseas, weren't there? Imran Tahir?
Imran Tahir, yeah, he could have been. Here's the next ball from Gibbon. Once again, that's short. Very short. Well, with all due respect, you're not going to get Michael Hogan out bowling that short to him. He's just going to duck underneath it and they go through to the keeper. Anyway, end of the over. 23 needed for Glamorgan to avoid the follow-on. Hogan 7, Cook 43. The man out this morning, Patel, Cook, Cox, Bowl, Gibbon for 10 when the total was on 268. No, we love the hovering ground staff because that indicates that it might be going to rain.
Imran Tahir was in the 100, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
He's older than Hogan. He's 43. The South Africa spinner, born like Shubman Gill in Punjab. 282 for 9. Light's not great. There is a check of the ball. They're going to carry on. 282 for 9. 83 overs gone. So a new ball in Pennington's hand as he bowls to Chris Cook on 43, and Cook drives through the offside. May look for 2 here. They'll turn. Will they be able to get back? Hogan has to hurry at the non-striker's end, but got those long legs striding out and came back safely for the second. 45 to Cook. 284 for 9. 21 to avoid the follow-on. 16 for a bonus point. Singles on offer everywhere for Chris Cook. As Pennington bowls and Cook defends back to the bowler. So Pennington is now bowling with 1 slip. And everyone else scattered far and wide. There are 4 on the boundary on the leg side. Third man and 3 fielding about 3/4 of the way back on the offside, which is a longer area as the pitch is to our right, the grandstand side. Murky conditions here in Cardiff as Pennington bowls to Chris Cook on 45 not out, and he slaps that one out to deep extra cover. Cornwall fields. They'll go through for a single, and Hogan has 3 balls maximum to face in this over, or 3 legitimate balls. 285 for 9. 20 needed to avoid the follow-on. If you want to tweet us, Nick Webb 2017. As Hogan will face up, just the 1 slip, 4 in the circle as it were, as Hogan swings and where's that one ended up? Square leg. The fact that it ended up at square leg was not particularly related to where he was trying to hit it, but riding his luck so far, Michael Hogan. Steve West on Twitter saying we need to breed test players. They must stop wasting pounds propping up the 100. If you want to tweet us, NickWebb2017. Bradders at BBC. That's AT in the middle, not an at sign. As Chris Cook has a swing at a wide one outside the off stump and misses it. 286 for 9. Last ball of the over, so in come half a dozen fielders with only fine leg back. In fact, 7 into the circle now. 6 plus a gully. So can Chris Cook dab and run or find a gap between the fielders? Pennington bowls. Cook plays it defensively on the offside. Cornwall fields. End of the over. 286 for 9. 19 to avoid the follow on. Hogan has 8, Cook has 46. If you're just joining us, the wicket to fall this morning, that of Patel for 10, caught behind off Gibbon. 286 for 9. Dave Bradley back alongside me.
Michael Hogan enjoyed himself out there. Crashed his way to 8.
As Gibbon is in round the wicket to bowl to Hogan, who dops it down on the offside and goes through for a quick single. Cute run there from Hogan. 287 for 9. We'll bring in Edward Bevan actually to conclude probably this innings. It'll be a miracle if it's still going in half an hour's time, frankly. As we peer through the gloom here at Sapphire Gardens. The light is poor. The rain may be on its way. Worcestershire have got their 3rd bowling point, so they have 6 for the match, and realistically they'll have at least 14 from a successful visit. Whatever else happens, as Cook defends into the offside and thinks about the single, but the bowler Gibbon is across to field. Morning, Edward.
Morning, Nick.
Entertaining?
Yes, the tail enders, at least Alex. Patel got Glamorgan 10, and Hogan, you never know with him because he can bat. Certainly, but he likes to just hit every ball when you'll have to just try and be a little careful, I feel.
Gibbon bowls and Cook smashes one away for 4 on the offside.
Oh.
Finding a gap between backward point and cover, who are both on the boundary ropes, but neither really made a move. And Chris Cook gets to 50 with that shot. It is the 5th time that he has passed 50 in first-class cricket this season. He took 96 balls and has hit 6 fours.
14 runs needed now to avoid the follow-on. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the boundary, 8 on the boundary.
Gibbon bowls to Cook, who pulls and will take the single down to backward square. 51 to Cook, 292 for 9, 13 away from the follow-on, 8 away from the bonus point.
They've done well, haven't they, in fairness? Cook has played exceptionally well, and if they do get to 305, I suspect that will be shaking hands time. Well,
yes, if Glamorgan were to avoid the follow-on, the teams in the event of bad weather wouldn't necessarily make too much effort to get back on.
No.
As Gibbon is in to bowl to Hogan, who swings and the ball trickles about 6 inches behind him. It's a nightmare trying to commentate on Michael Hogan, because where the ball ends up isn't necessarily related to the shot he plays.
And the other thing is, does he realise there's only 1 ball to go, which will necessitate from him a forward defensive, a leave.
Ooh,
but
don't think we've seen his forward defensive yet.
And then it'll give Cook a chance to get up to 305, but who knows, Mr. Hogan.
A slip and lots round the boundary as next ball is defended back to the bowl. Oh, they can take a single if they want, and they do take the single off the last ball of the over. 293 for 9, Hogan 10, Cook on 51. Oh my goodness.
50 came off 96 balls and included 6 balls.
I just don't know what to say, whether he's got huge respect, Chris Cook, for Michael Hogan, but normally, Hogan's decided to have a look at the scoreboard and then taps Cook on the arm as to say, just leave it to me, partner. Anyway, he's into double figures. He's on 10, 293 for 9. 7 runs needed for, I think it's fair to say, another bonus point, but I think Mr. Pennington, who's bowling to Hogan, might have something to say, and he has cut the first ball down towards the 3rd man boundary, and he's coming back for a couple of runs. And I suspect that D'Oliveira now doesn't quite know what field to place.
Well, there's absolutely no attempt being made by Glamorgan to protect the number 11. Hogan doesn't want protection. Cook was vaguely hoping for a third run there, but it wasn't quite there.
10 runs needed, and another 5 for the bonus point, perhaps he's saying. I can't defend, I must attack. Anyway, here's Pennington, balls to Hogan. Where's that gone? That's
nowhere. Is it? It's in the keeper's hands.
Well, it's getting so dark here now, you can't see the flight of the ball. We better look at the monitor, which is in front of us, and we'll be able to...
He was trying to hit it over mid-wicket into the stands, but no contact made as it went just past the angle of the off stump.
Now, normally you get somebody just dabbing to the onside or the offside and setting off, but who knows what's going to happen. Pennington bowls, and that has been caught, does it? Yes, it's been caught at short mid-on, and Glamorgan are all out for 295. A good effort to get to the bonus point stroke follow-on target, but at least that gives an outside chance for Worcestershire if the weather plays its game, and Hogan eventually out for 12. Cook was on 57 not out. 51 not out. And you do wonder why he took the run off that last ball of the previous over.
Yeah, he was actually out to a low full toss, bizarrely. That came off the toe of the bat. It's caught by a diving Jack Haynes at short mid-wicket. Glamorgan all out for 295. It is virtually certain the follow-on will be enforced. Glamorgan 159 behind on first innings. Worcestershire take 6 bonus points from the game, provided that they can recuperate that -1 on the over 8. Glamorgan have 4 at the moment. We'll be back in just under 10 minutes with what in all probability will be Glamorgan's second innings.
So Glamorgan all out for 295. The follow-on has been enforced, and for those of you who would like to keep your score sheets up to date, I'll give you the Worcestershire bowling figures in just a moment. So Chris Cook was unbeaten on 51, and in the total there were 11 extras comprising 1 bye, 2 leg byes and 8 no balls. So the bowling figures are as follows. Joe Leach, 19 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 63. Ben Gibbon, 22 overs, 3 maidens, 4 for 87. Dylan Pennington, 22 overs, and 3 balls, 3 maidens, 4 for 78. Ed Barnard, 16 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 45. Brett D'Oliveira, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 0 for 9. And Jake Libby, 2 overs for 10 runs. To open the batting in Glamorgan's second innings, Captain David Lloyd, and with him Eddie Byron. And to open the bowling for Worcestershire at the River End, Joe Leach.
So here we go for the second innings of Glamorgan in this championship match, having been, well, they say invited to follow on, but instructed to follow on would be more accurate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever turned down the invitation, have they?
Would you like to follow on? No, thank you. No, you have a bat.
No,
you have a
right,
it's your turn.
Very kind of you, but we're all right.
So Worcestershire have a lead of 159 on first innings, and 84 overs potentially remain in the match.
Yes, got to feel a bit for the Glamorgan openers here. They're on a bit of a loser, aren't they?
Yeah, Lloyd in not the best of nick, and will be facing up to some enthusiastic fast bowling in murky conditions.
It's going to be Joe Leach bowling from the River End. Right arm over to the right-handed Lloyd, who... Well, that was weird, because that looked like a short ball. Everybody's getting... Let's have another look at that. Thank the Lord we got a replay. It looked as if it had brushed his glove originally, but it didn't. It just jagged back and kept low. Went over top of the stumps, obviously, but... yeah, a bit disconcerting from the batsman to get that one first ball.
Over the top of middle and off. He'll be not leaving those, you would have thought, in future.
Yeah, came back a fair way. 3 slips are the close grabbers. Leach hurdles in, and this time Lloyd drives through the offside. Good diving stop or half stop by Gareth Roderick in the covers. Got down quickly to his right. The sky away to our left has got some patches of blue in it. The sky in front of us has got some patches of blue in it. The sky away to our right has not got any blue in it. In fact, I just popped out during the break, and over the back of us, I think probably 2 or 3 miles away, it might be raining. But it's that sort of a day. You might cop it or you might not. Leach in bowls, Lloyd leaves again. Susan Arms from the Worcestershire fielders. I felt that was a decent leave. I didn't think that was too close to the stumps. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's going over the top, so he's left that on length as much as anything. But Leach definitely getting some inward dip here.
Yes, all good times for Lloyd.
Well,
captain of his side, but average in the low 20s, but really needing to do a job.
Yeah. 4th ball of Leach's over, and this time Lloyd is edging down through the slips, or down beyond the slips, down to third man 4-4. You could say he controlled it because he kept it down, but not 100% sure he knew exactly where it was going. I think Joe Leach, while not having the satisfaction of taking a wicket, has got the satisfaction of taking the edge of the bat.
A moral victory.
Yeah.
They count for anything in the scorebook, but they do in the players' heads.
Yeah, Leach stands with hands on hips. Surprised, well, I'm not surprised, but as Leach comes in and bowls wide of the off stump through to the wicket-keeper. Gibbon didn't have a long spell this morning. He's taken 4 wickets, 4 for 87, career best for him. Dylan Pennington took 4 wickets, so one assumes that Pennington will open up from the Cathedral Road end. I'm looking. Oh, there is a. It's all right. I just couldn't see him. Pennington is down in front of us, but he's under the. He's the other side of a window strut from me. So they do have a fine leg in. Away goes Leach. And this ball, Lloyd tries to flick down the leg side, doesn't get anything on it. Cox takes end of the over, 4 without loss. Glamorgan, and they trail by 155. So that's the amount they need to avoid the innings defeat.
The bowl at the Cathedral Road end, Dylan Pennington.
There we are.
Pennington to crack on at this end.
I suppose Leach didn't bowl this morning, so he would be the fresher of the... Well, Barnard didn't bowl this morning, but he would be the fresher of the bowlers. And the most experienced, of course.
Indeed.
Gibbon only playing his 4th first-class game, so...
He's done well.
Yeah, he's a bit different. The left arm is a bit different. If you get the left armer who can dip it in to the right-hander, then you're a useful bowler.
In Newport, Glamorgan seconds 48 for 3, needing a further 67 to beat Sussex.
Oh, could be a good finish.
Byram faces up to Pennington and plays no shot as a ball goes through outside off stump. Pretty low. There's a bit of variable bounce creeping in, isn't there?
Well, we're 4th today, although in terms of overs, what are we? 2.5 days into it?
Somewhere around there. We lost roughly half of yesterday and what was it? Just over a quarter of the second day.
Yeah. So we're just after lunch on the 3rd day. We're not, but...
The pitch is wearing slightly, I think. Pennington is in to bowl and Byram plays no shot to a ball that goes through wide outside off stump and produces a bye as the tumbling cocks could not get to it. And the ball squirted away behind the slip cordon for a single. And the ground staff are progressing towards the hover cover.
There's a brolly up at the far end. Yeah. We don't watch any of the cricket, we just watch see when the ground staff come out.
So maybe one of our many showers that we've had this week is about to strike. David Lloyd will have to face this delivery at least from Dylan Pennington with 3 slips lurking and Lloyd shoulders arms as it goes through just outside off stump. Robin Saxton and his merry men getting into position.
Formerly of Worcestershire, of course, Robin. Worked at New Road for a while. Always have a good old natter. Tells me he's been here 9 years.
Good heavens.
We're away.
Is that long?
Off we go.
Off we go. 5 for naught. Glamorgan trail by 154. And we are going to have a rain delay. Not for the first time this week. There have been many of them. Lloyd 4, Byram yet to score. Sundries 1. We're 9 balls into the Glamorgan second innings following on. But this will cost Worcestershire a few overs in their victory effort at least. Listening to BBC Sport Online, also available via the Glamorgan and Worcestershire County websites with the video stream. And we will be back with you in due course. Not being Derek Brockway, the BBC Wales weatherman. Can't tell you how long. It doesn't look to be raining too hard at the moment. But who knows? Commentary as and when play does resume. It's a rain break here at Sapphire Gardens. Glamorgan 5 for naught, 154 behind.
Jake's going to go first.
I didn't understand. Is the sun. And also use the gym. So we were asked a couple of years ago, like, oh, you know, we haven't got any sort of benefits, so yeah, what we like to do is have this next to gym, so we have this little back into it. You hear it? No, I spoke to them yesterday morning. She was saying that they're least doing it. So always finding out whether they read it up with that's not really. There was right in town. Really? I mean, that would be incredible to have a hotel there. That turn into like a hotel. You've got indoor school / wherever you want. But I mean, do you know we did a call Market D apparently in the 90s? What? The Market D pub in the early 90s. We didn't have money at the time, or we didn't want it. Madness, isn't it? Imagine how much money you'd be making in if you had the Market D. It'd be insane. Yeah. Especially in cricket Wales, get that discount in their decent. More than that, As I said, it's been discussed. We should be having discounts off the gym membership and the subsidies that go through. That's not even a big conversation.
As we wait for the rain to stop, let me just update you by saying that lunch will be taken at the usual time of 12:30. I can also bring you up to date with a result from Spitty Park in Newport, where Glamorgan's second 11 have beaten Sussex second 11 by 5 wickets. Sussex dismissed yesterday for 268. Glamorgan's target to win was 115, which they achieved for the loss of 5 wickets. Dan Douthwaite top scoring with 44 off 34 balls, 3 fours and 4 sixes. So Glamorgan winning at Newport Cricket Club by 5 wickets. I'll just bring you up to date as well with scores and news from elsewhere. The start of the 3rd test between England and South Africa at the Oval has been delayed. Rain there. There was also a delayed start in the Under-19 International at New Road in Worcester between Sri Lanka and England. Sri Lanka have been put into that and they're currently 30-2 in the 8th over. Returning to the LV Insurance County Championship, where all of these games are in their final day. It's been raining at the Ageas Bowl with Northamptonshire 153 for 3, trailing Hampshire by 72 runs, so no play so far today on the south coast. It's raining as well at Taunton with Somerset 11 without loss, requiring a further 364 runs to defeat Gloucestershire. They are playing at Derby, where Durham are 26 for 1, requiring a further 272 runs to beat Derbyshire. They're playing as well at Old Trafford, where Yorkshire are 8 without loss, requiring a further 294 runs to defeat Lancashire. The other game should have been taking place at Canterbury between Kent and Essex, but there is rain there as well at the St Lawrence Spitfire ground. Kent trailing at the moment by 272 runs with just 2 second innings wickets remaining. If you're looking for refreshments, don't forget that food and drink can be purchased using electronic means from the kiosk and mobile unit situated in the concourse area beneath the pavilion seats. And members of Glamorgan Worcestershire can also obtain tea and coffee in the Lewis Lounge between 3 and 4 this afternoon. And drinks and snacks can also be purchased from the vending machines situated at the rear of the indoor school, which is situated on the ground floor of the National Cricket Centre. If you haven't done so already, why not visit the CC4 Museum of Welsh Cricket? It's open today. It's situated on the 1st floor of the National Cricket Centre. And don't forget, there is a special exhibition there at the moment commemorating the life and career of Peter Walker, the former Glamorgan and England cricketer, who was also a very well-known journalist and broadcaster, who who sadly passed away during the spring of 2020. So just to repeat, lunch will be taken at 12:30.
Yes, Glamorgan look likely to be saved by the rain after following on in this match. They're 5 for no wicket in their second innings, still 154 behind Worcestershire, but there's been a series of heavy downpours since the players went off at 11:25 and no immediate prospect of resumption. Glamorgan needed a further 64 to avoid the follow-on today and nearly got there thanks to Chris Cook's unbeaten 51. Then the rain intervened. If Glamorgan do draw, they'll go second in Division 2 with 3 matches to play. Glamorgan 5 for no wicket, trailing by 154. Rain stop play.
ladies and gentlemen, with the rain still falling, this will probably come as no surprise that the umpires have decided that there will be no further play in this match, so the game ends in a draw. Thank you for your company again today. Diolch yn fawr iawn. As you shortly prepare to leave Sophia Gardens, please remember to take all of your belongings with you to make an unhurried and safe departure from the stadium. We also hope that you all have a safe onward journey, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Good afternoon.